Welcome back, everyone. Toyshiz here, and I'm back yet again with yet another Marvel 375 video. And today, we're going to be checking out the 4 new figures that make up Wave 7. We're nearing the end of the line here. It's going on a quote-unquote hiatus, we'll just say, as announced by Hasbro. But before we get to that point, we have Richard Rider Nova sporting some gorgeous artwork. The artwork was always amazing on these packages. You can't dispute that. It's great. It's fantastic. But figures like Firestar, who have no powers whatsoever, and the prices kept kind of going up on these, whereas 10 was kind of pushing it, right, for what you're getting, but then the general lack of nothing. No webs for old Spider-Man. Again, you can make them look as gorgeous as you want inside the packaging, but for someone like me, I want to open these up. I want to have fun with them, and they really do just display. That's all you can really do with these. However, we will be taking a look at Ghost Rider coming up. He's the one vehicle. We did get the Sentinel, right? So Moon Knight, Nova, Firestar, and the Amazing Fantasy 15 Spider-Man make up Wave 7. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at all of these figures by Hasbro. And while I got all you Marvelites here, I just want to say thanks so much for always checking out my YouTube videos. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. Old toys, new toys, daily news updates. I guarantee you'll find something here that you like. So, here's all 4 figures and every single one of their accessories taken out of the packaging. See what I mean? There's nothing to give these figures some oomph. They're cool. They're so classic Marvel. I love it. But when you have Moon Knight here, who doesn't have a Moonerang, he's got nothing going on. It just as a figure, right? And I think a lot of times they weren't really planning on people opening these, whereas that's the best part about getting a new figure. I do like what they did with the cape here, though. I think that's pretty cool. It's nice and angular as it kind of folds in. It's a simple articulation, the head, the arms, the legs, and then they'll spin at the forearms. Not every figure does, but for the most part, yeah, you get that amount of articulation. It's a nice nod to the old school Marvel. I'll give him that all day. Firestar, no different. Except that's another folly where the female head portraits were very lackluster. I will say that. Also, in characters that had some white or some yellow or something that appeared on black or another heavy, darker color, yeah, you get the paint that looks like that, and that doesn't look very attractive at all. So there's a couple hiccups, whereas if they do end up returning with this line, I would like to see them definitely address that. Characters like Spider-Man, it's a sure thing, right? Everybody loves a good Spider-Man. I love the Amazing Fantasy 15. The blacks, the reds, with the webbing underneath. The hands, as you can see, up to the arms, got webbing full-blown. It's all painted nicely, so no qualms there, except for this, which I don't know why we haven't been able to figure out the under webbing for a Spider-Man like this. The old Toy Biz figure did it great. I love that they put the blue spider on the back. That's awesome. That's like, dang, that is old school. I love that. But in moving the figure, see how it's attached to his forearm? The webbing does not work unless you just have the hands down, just like that. So, you know what I mean? Something has to change here to make these a little bit more functional as toys instead of just collect them all and leave them on the card and display, because there's no fun in that. And then you have Richard Rider Nova, which he looks great. Very eye-catching color. He's painted nicely for the most part. Some of the yellow along the legs, where you get the paint strip, can kind of bleed into the blue. It's a lot better than Firestar, we'll just say that. There's some hiccups here and there with the paint as well around the legs. That is a big issue. So accessories, paint, something to do with these figures. I don't mind the articulation. I like the classicness, that's for sure. But later down the road, if the articulation is necessary for a certain character, well, I'm all about that. The real fun of these is creating the teams like Spider-Man and his amazing friends. You can add Firestar to the X-Men, even though this is pretty much going to be it. For the X-Men, we only have one more wave and then a Ghost Rider to look at. Spider-Man, you can see how this one measures up to all his enemies of the line. 3 different Spider-Mans released, Symbiote and Regular. Kind of looks like you mashed these two together to get Amazing Fantasy. You could have given Daredevil's batons to Moon Knight. That would have been a great fit, right? That looks great. Spider-Man next to Venom, and then the new line that's being directly aimed at kids. At least in terms of the Venom that they released, he has articulation in the arms and the legs, and it's kind of a little bit cooler than having none of that articulation points, especially when interacting with other figures. And likewise, you can add Nova to your merry band of cosmic characters. Again, not too many released, but at least we got what we got before the line went on to a hiatus, we'll just say. Hopefully they do bring them back. So that will wrap it up for my look at the brand new Wave 7 of the Marvel 375 figures. Quite a colorful cast of characters, right? They all look pretty cool when they're all displayed together. I'll give them that. But you've already heard my thoughts. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. So, curious to know what you guys think. Comment below. Let me know. Let's talk everything Marvel 375. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, I got 2 more videos on these, and then we'll be calling it quits for now. And when we do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.